Hey everybody, thanks for watching this episode of Mike and Olive Review Things.
My name's Olive and this is my dad, Mike.
We're really excited to review something that came out on Netflix. It's a comedy special, came out on Christmas Eve. We watched it immediately, and then we watched some of it again, and we wanted to review it on Christmas Eve, but we had some family commitments and we couldn't. But now we're reviewing it today, and it is...
John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch.
Close enough. John Mulaney and the Sack Lunch Bunch.
I keep getting
So,
that wrong.
John Mulaney is a stand-up comedian. I feel like he's one of the best stand-up comedians that's working right now. Did you know who John Mulaney was before you watched this?
No.
No, not at all. And she probably shouldn't. Even though she watched SNL, she's watched a lot of SNL. John Mulaney was a writer for SNL. He's done a lot of really funny skits. And so a bunch of characters that you've seen, but this is probably the first time you've ever seen him in person.
Okay, so I kind of have.
You've probably seen his comedy before, just not him himself.
Hello, kids.
Yeah, and so I think John Mulaney, this is his follow-up to his Kid Gorgeous at Radio City Music Hall, which I personally think is one of the best comedy specials of the last 10 years. I love it. I've watched it multiple times. I show it to a bunch of people. So I was really excited to see this.
Have I seen it?
No, you have not seen it. I don't think it's
appropriate?
No, I don't think it's not appropriate, but you just haven't shown an interest in stand-up comedy. So John Mulaney created this Sack Lunch Bunch, and it's a group of, I think, 8 to 12-year-olds. I think that's about all their ages.
I think it's 9 to 12.
9, okay, maybe 9. And it's like Sesame Street. It's like the electric company. And he says in the first few minutes of the show, kids' TV used to be a lot better when I was a kid. And obviously, like, the idea is, okay, yeah, when you're a kid, you like things better than when you were an adult. But he's trying to recreate this show for kids. And we watched it because Olive's a kid. I like John Mulaney. And what did you think of it?
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
We really liked it. It was really funny. It's separated in a couple different things. There's John Mulaney hanging out with the kids kind of on a Sesame Street-like set, and he's just talking to them, which I think is really funny. I think it started off very strong with the whole draw your grandparents thing, and then I'm not going to ruin it because it's such a funny joke. And then it goes into a musical number. And so there's a bunch of musical numbers. In fact, we have the Spotify playlist. The album came out, and there's 10 songs. I think some of those are skits. But yeah, there might be 8 songs, 8 music videos. And so they go into all these music videos, and that's a section of it. And then there's another section where it's like kids talking directly to the camera, talking about what their fears are. Like what their biggest fear is. So
like
that's
clowns.
kind of like clowns. Yeah, one girl was really scared of clowns. Okay.
2.
And,
1 boy, 1 girl.
Yeah. And then there's some sketches and everything. There's a great sketch about a focus group filled with kids. Personally, I thought that was hilarious.
What?
The focus group with the kids about the movie that they saw where they're all giving him opinions.
Oh, the something bamboo.
Yeah, Bamboozled, Bamboo 2, or something like that. I think that was hilarious because as somebody who gets opinions from an 8-year-old on a regular basis, that's exactly how it goes. In fact, some of the things that happen in that sketch is some of the things that I have to cut out of these because it's just Olive just saying the same thing over and over again.
Hi.
Or her saying, "This is my favorite movie I've ever seen." So what was your favorite part?
I like the singing.
You like the singing?
Yeah, it was really funny, and also I liked. Wait, can I say this one?
Yeah.
Like one of the songs.
Yeah.
Like there was one called "Grandma's Got a Boyfriend."
Yeah, Grandma's boyfriend Paul.
And I'm just gonna say John because I can't pronounce the last name right.
Yeah.
And John was a kid and singing it. It was hilarious.
And it's very funny. That's one of the first songs. It starts off very strong. Grandma's boyfriend Paul. Just the idea that eventually Grandma, the grandpa passes away, and then she gets a new boyfriend Paul, and he's a nice guy, but all the yeah. We've watched it a few times. I really liked that song. I thought that was a really great way to start it off. I thought the interactions that John Mulaney had with the kids on the set. That was my favorite part. Just, it's funny that John Mulaney says at the beginning of it, he's not going to have kids. He doesn't want kids. He and his wife they don't want kids. They always have to come up.
I didn't see the first part.
Oh yeah, you were baking cookies. And just hearing me laugh in the other room. But I'm really impressed because John Mulaney knows kids. He seems to be having a lot of fun with this, and so it's surprising.
Maybe they're his kids.
No, they're not. They're definitely not his kids. But the idea that I used to work with kids and having fun with strangers' kids, sure. But having fun with your own kids is just even so much better. You get to show them all the things that you like.
Like the game yesterday?
Like the game yesterday and Star Wars and all this kind of stuff. It's great. So John Mulaney, take my advice. I mean, yeah, you just seem to know kids. That's the impressive thing, and you seem to have fun with them. My favorite song, God, I liked a lot of the songs. I saw a white lady standing on the street just sobbing, and I think about it at least once a week. It's such a great song, but sung by a little kid. Pay attention is so true. Pay attention is about like when you have your friends over and your kids want to perform for them and nobody's paying attention because they put a lot of work into it. John, you did such a good job, and you really got it. So I don't know if it's you or your writer's room, but they got the what's it like to work with kids.
Wait, what's that?
What plain plate of noodles? That's the one where
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was funny.
Yeah. So what is something you didn't like about it?
I'm thinking. I actually really liked it.
There's nothing that you disliked?
No, not that much.
Yeah. So the only thing that I disliked, so they say it's for kids. It's not geared toward kids, but kids can watch it. There's some very serious stuff. When they talk about fear, they talk a lot about death and dying.
Oh,
and
yeah,
being
that part.
scared of all that kind of stuff. And so that's fine. I mean, those are conversations you actually have with kids. There's one part I thought it was really funny, but it was one of those things that I was like, I don't know if I can recommend this to people watch with their kids. There's like a story time, and the story is Sasha's dad does drag, and the act needs work. It's hilarious. It's really funny. But then, obviously, your kids are going to be like, what's drag?
I know.
You know what drag is?
Drug.
No, not drugs. Drag. Like a drag queen.
Dragon Queen?
No. See, exactly. It's when a guy dresses up like a woman. Yeah. See, it's not that hard to have that conversation, but if you don't want to, then that's probably my recommendation. As well as, I mean, the fear stuff is not a sketch. It's real life. So what's your biggest fear? Look into the camera just like you were in the show and talk about what's your biggest fear?
Spiders, they creep me out.
Spiders.
Yes.
What about roller coasters?
Oh, and roller coasters.
Yeah. Spiders and roller coasters.
My dad let me go on one when I was 3. No, 4.
You wanted to.
Yeah, I didn't know it was so scary.
Yeah.
There was a barn house. There's a barn house.
Okay, we don't need to get into
with
this.
explosives.
So my biggest fear, like you start thinking about what your biggest fear was, and one of the kids was like, yeah, all my loved ones dying. Or maybe that was Jake Gyllenhaal. Yes, Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. Spoiler alert, he's hilarious. But yeah, like the idea of your close loved ones passing away, like before you. Like, I don't want to have to deal with that. That's a big fear. That's not, yeah. So I thought it was awesome. Do you think it's appropriate for kids to watch? I hear Penny.
Yes, but mostly not one part.
Which part?
The Sasha part.
The Sasha part. Okay, so we agree. If you've watched this, you maybe skip over that, watch it later. So we're going to bring Penny in now.
Fine.
Penny's our 4-year-old. Penny watched this as well. So this is Penny. She's 4. She's in our family.
She's my sister.
She watched some of the show as well. What was your favorite part?
The guy with the eye patch.
The guy with the eye patch. There's a math tutor where he has an eye patch, and the entire song is supposed to be about math, but it's really about how he lost his eye.
Which he actually really
No, don't spoil it. It's great.
Sorry.
But yeah, so Penny loved that song. Penny loved the eye patch, and you really liked that there were kids in it? You thought it was a fun show? Was it scary? Nope, not scary. So,
Not even close.
yeah. What is our grades?
9.
9 from the 8-year-old. Penny, what is our grades? Do you know?
Oh, and also,
A 5.
and also, do you like it?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, Penny gave it a 5, but don't really trust that. Sometimes she doesn't really understand the numbers part.
No.
I'm also going to give it a 9. I think it was really, really good. So we got 2 9s, a 5, but she really liked it, especially the guy with the eye patch. I don't know if I can recommend you watching it with your kids, but I would recommend you as an adult watching it first and then deciding if this is something that you want to show your kids because that's something that you personally understand or not. So I think we're going to watch it again. I think we're going to listen to the music in the car. And that's all from this show, right?
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Grandma's got a boyfriend.
Grandma's got a boy, and his name is Paul.
Bye.
Okay.